So as some of you may know, there was a convention that was over in Seattle called Anthro Northwest, and I heard about it back in August, I think, and sometime after the lookbook video, most of my time was focused on going to that convention, and saving money for it and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I couldn't quite make it, so I missed the convention, and I was a very, very sad doggo. From my last video, I've become Alex 1.7, so that's what all this is about. One thing I did not talk about, though, was a story that's kind of fucked. A friend of mine decided, to bring me along. He called me up, he was like, "Hey, yo, Alex, I'm going to this convention for, one day. Do you want to come with me?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, dude." So I grabbed my fursuit, and we went. And everything else at the convention for a while was, lit, until we decided to eat. So I was just like, "Ayo, friend, the convention center's food is not that good. I know a place that has some bomb-ass sushi down at the mall over there, and it's in walking distance. So let's go over there and come back." And my friend was like, "Tight." The way that the entrance to the mall works, the one that we went through anyway, is here's the street, and then here's a door, and then through that door is a little tiny room, and then the door after that goes into the actual mall. So while we're in this separating room, I took off my head and paws, so I'm just sitting here in arm sleeves and a tail. We went in there and we got some food, and everything was lit. And then when we left, and one thing to keep in mind here, as we were leaving, I was like, "Hey, this might be a good time to put my stuff back on." So as we were walking out the door, I put back on my paws and my head as we were leaving the door that goes onto the street. At this point, we're on the sidewalk. Keep that in mind. At this point, we are walking down the street, and we are going back to the convention center. We're almost to, the street side, and out of the corner of my eye, not one, but 4 police officers stop us. Not security guards, actual police officers, from the police department. They're like, "Ayo, you need to stop. You're breaking the law." And I'm not making this shit up. This actually fucking happened. They stopped me and my friend, and they're like, "You have broken the code of conduct in the mall several times, and you need to stop yourself, because you're about to get fucked." And I'm just like, "What did I do?" And he's like, "We saw you on our cameras with your damn fursuit, and you're not supposed to wear it in there." My friend's sitting here beside me, he's like, "No, I was with him the entire time. He didn't have his suit on. He just now put it back on. He wasn't wearing his head. Nothing of the sort." And the cops are like, "Well, we say otherwise. We saw you on our fucking cameras doing some shit." The cop is like, "Yo, what about that one time we saw you over in the food court taking pictures with people?" And I was like, that was back in fucking July, first of all. And second of all, if it was that big of a deal, why didn't you stop us then? Bitch, what kind of decade-late reference? So, they're just sitting here bullshitting for about 15 minutes, and at some point I was like, "Ayo, no disrespect, but I gotta ask a question." Cop is like, "The fuck do you want?" Why are 4 police officers taking the time out of their lives to stop 2 dumb, stupid kids on the street when there's an actual emergency that's probably going on that you can handle? You are putting aside valuable time that you could be spending saving someone's life to stop two dumb kids in costumes on the street for breaking the code of conduct, which I wasn't even doing, by the way. And he's like, under the law, we're supposed to ban you from the mall's premises for a year, but I'm going to be nice and ban you from the premises for the whole weekend. And I was like, you can suck my weekend banning because I'm never here. I hardly ever come to this mall, let alone downtown to begin with. So, even if you did ban me for a year, that would have been fucking A-okay with me. We had that fucking conversation, then we went back to the convention. But it doesn't stop there. So, we walked back to my car. And I think at this point it's like 10:30-ish, around that. We get to the parking lot, and we get into the car, and I'm trying to start it. But the bitch won't turn on. Like, nothing's happening. No lights, no engine, no nothing. The battery's dead. The battery literally fucking died. So we're stuck here in this dark-ass parking lot at 10 o'clock at night. And what the fuck? At the end of the day, you know, nobody ended up getting hurt. It was honestly, it wasn't that bad of a situation. The only thing that I could honestly complain about is the factor that not one, 4 actual police officers, that's what got me. They weren't security guards or nothing. They were actual, straight out of the department, police officers. Like, badges and all. Here, like, I could see if it was one dude, but 4? Do you know how many emergencies you guys could be handling? Real shit? That this is not even that important. So, you know, that was just a whole fucking thing.